Hi there, Tina here from Midlife Fabulous, and today I'm going to show you how to get that beautiful beachy curl or a beachy wave with the Beachwaver. So let's get to it. So the Beachwaver is a tool that I just can't live without now. Like, as you can see, I have I have long hair and I have very straight hair and I have a lot of it. So getting a curl before, I could never do it. Like with the straighteners, whenever I'd try and curl the end, I would get that kink in the end and it just wouldn't work for me. Like it wouldn't stay, it wouldn't look good and it wouldn't be even. And then I could never do the other side. I might be able to get one side right, but I couldn't do the other side. So when I heard about the Beachwaver, I was really keen to try it. And I've got to tell you, if you follow me on social media, every time you see my hair curly, it's done with this and it's done so quickly, which is what I love. It's quick, and in my hair, it actually lasts a couple of days, which is very surprising because in the 80s, I had a perm, don't judge me, and it didn't even really last that long, maybe a month, and they were supposed to last 6 months back then. But so let's get to it. So this is the tool. It's called the Beachwaver. I believe it comes in a couple of sizes, but this one today that I'm using is the 1.25, and it's the S series, which is also, it's got dual voltage in it, which I think is great because I do travel a lot. So this one I can actually take with me when I travel and everything will be fine. I won't be blowing up any hotels or anything. So to start it, it's really easy. You just turn it on. And once it's on, I'm not sure if you can see there, but it's actually got a digital thermometer in there, the heat of how hot it is, and then you can just turn that up and down with your fingers, and you can set it exactly what you set it on. So that today I'm going to set on about 200, which is quite high. So just test a small piece on your hair first, because if you've got finer hair, you don't want to burn it, even though I doubt that this machine would do it, but just always do a test first. But I put it on the 200. And then what it has on this one as well, it's got a ceramic rod, which tends to protect the hair a little. So I find I don't use any heat treatments or heat protectors or anything like that on my hair before I do it. I just go, I get out of the shower, wash my hair, just straighten it. I just blow dry it like with fingers like this, just straighten it. Don't straighten it with a straightener. Don't use any tools or anything on it. So do that. First thing, part it in the middle at the back. So we work from the back forward, because that way once we've styled it, we can push that one to the back and get it out of the way. So part your hair in the back, take a small section, and then what I do is I clip the rest up on the top, or once you get really good at it, you can just kind of fiddle, but for today's purpose, we'll clip it up. Then you take the tool, and my best way to tell you how to do it is pretend that's like your thumb, and you want your thumbs to always be facing your face. So whichever side you've got the tool on, the clip is where your thumbs are. So to this side, clip here. Take that piece down, clip. And I clip a little bit away from the end because I like that little, when you've got the beach curl, I like that little kink at the bottom. And now it's really easy. You've got a right and a left button, and all you do is you push the button to the way you want it to curl. So with the Beachwave, we want it to curl out. So let's just push that button and curl it up. Now there's 2 speeds on the side as well. So if you are a beginner, you may set it to the slower speed. And once you've actually used it a fair few times, you'll find you'll jump to the faster speed quite quickly. But for the first few guys, I do recommend doing it on the slower heat, just because the heating element in this tool, it's not just at the bottom, it's actually a heating element the whole way through. So it transfers the heat a long way through, which is fantastic for curling long hair. So see, now we just take it out and look at that. Can you see that curl? Love it. So let's just do another one. So then what I do is I just flick it to the back, leave it. It's important to leave it and to not touch it until it's cool. And if you do that, then you'll find that your curl will last longer during the day. So we'll take that next one. Clip the tool towards your face, clip it out, pop it in the bottom, maybe a couple of centimeters from the bottom, spin it around, and there we go. I don't go too far up when I'm towards the front. I just go about halfway, because with that beachy curl, I like it to come from halfway down. I don't like it at the top. If I was going somewhere to like a wedding or a formal dinner or something, you know, like a fundraiser or something, I would maybe take it to the top, because then I could get that beautiful fuller curl. And then you release it off, just release that clip a little, Just pull it down through. See? And again, remember this one is the 1.25. If you want a smaller curl, they have a 1. Now to bring the machine back to the position, so this is the stand when you're resting it, you just hit the home key and it brings it straight back around to the front, so then I can rest it on the bench and not burn my bench. They think of everything, don't they? So this machine was created by a Hollywood, she's a hair and fashion stylist to the celebrities. Her name is Sarah Potoma, and she would do everyone's hair, and when she was curling it, she just thought there's got to be an easy way to do this than twisting it around. You know, you burn your fingers, you can do it one way but you can't do it the other way. So she created this to, I think maybe in the beginning to make her life easier, but God, it's made my life easier, that's for sure. So again, leave it in and then just pull it down through. And see again there's your curl. Put it back to the home so I can rest it. If you're going somewhere and you want a tighter curl, what you can do is just hold it. This is if you've got a bit more time on your hands. Just hold it up like that until it cools. And that will allow the curl to stay longer in your hair. But I find mine stays a couple of days anyway, so I'm really happy with that. By the time it's out, it needs a wash, so I'm good with that. And the thicker the part of the hair you take, the looser the curl will be. So if you want a tighter curl, just take a smaller portion of hair. And let's just do the rest of this side. So you will notice that I'm not clipping it all the way in, and then I'm curling it up, and I'm only curling it about maybe 3/4 of the way. But then if I want that in a little bit further, you just loosen it off a little and just drag it through a bit, just gently, and then you can just curl it. Pretty simple, it's easy to do that. That's if you just want that end bit a little shorter, if at the beginning you haven't put it in far enough. I tend to not worry about that. I just, wherever I put it in, I put it because it just gives that nice little, just that little fresh kink at the bottom. Be careful around the front of your face. Don't want no burns. Now this is the last one at the front. And I don't take that so far up the front because I don't like it too curly at the front. So you'll see, I just take it to about there, just about where the eye level is. So that's where I take this one. And you'll notice that I'm doing the Beachwaver, I'm holding the tool that way with like along my face. So that would be vertically, that's the word, vertically along my face. If you wanted more of a curl and more of a luxurious curl, you do it this way. So there's a couple of different ways. I'll do another video to show you how to do that one, but today we're doing the beachy. And then I just release that one off there. That gives me my last beautiful curl there. And now with my hair being long and heavy, sometimes I like it just down scooped, and then other times I like this front part just lifted a little off my forehead. So what I do with that, when I've done that last curl, I grab that piece of hair and just very gently, I just rest it just above the hairline, and I just pull this part forward. You'll feel the heat, so don't go too close to your scalp. Just pull that part forward. Not for long. And it just gives that little lift. It's just a little lift, just to hold it just a little off my face. So that's that first side. And I'm gonna just leave that and let it cool. I don't want to touch it. I don't actually spray it either because I like a bit more of that, the natural kind of beachy wave. If you want to spray it, but I prefer to not spray it. So now we move on to the next side. Remember, smaller bits, working from the back forward. Give it a twist. These little clips you can just, this one did come with the Beachwaver when I first bought it. Yeah, I think you can buy them maybe through the Beachwaver website, or you can just get a clip from the pharmacy, just from the chemist. Now remember, you can change hands if you like. I'm not that coordinated, I'm happy to do it with this one hand. And remember, the clip in towards your face the way your thumbs would be. So that's how you get the curl even. So we place the hair over the Beachwaver, drop it in there, and now we use the button away from this side, so the opposite button to what we were using. So getting that beautiful out curl on this side, and then on our left-hand side, getting that beautiful out curl, we use the out on this side. So clever, isn't it? Like, they've just thought of everything. Who like, Why have we never had this before? Sarah, you should have done this before. It would have made our life so much easier when we were younger, but now we're midlife, we can still look glamorous, can't we? Let's release it off and get that little curl. Beautiful, look at it. I get so excited because I've just had straight hair my whole life and never been able to get that curl. The most kind of curl I could get was, you know, going to the hairdressers, forking out like $60, $70 for, you know, a pretty decent blow wave, and they'd blow it, but it wouldn't be this beautiful curl. It'd be just like a soft curl, which, you know, might last me that night if I was going out, and that's it. But I'm just so thrilled that I can actually get curls, and I can do a whole head of hair in less than 10 minutes, and I have a lot of hair. So if you don't have as much hair as me, just think about how quick you can do that once you've been using it and you are familiar with which way to do it, how to clip it, how to separate it. It's so simple, it really is so simple. So you can use this hand. I prefer to not as coordinated on that side. But the tool's so easy that I can just use it in the same hand and get the beautiful look, no matter which hand I use. Clip it in, away from me. Just hold it there. What did we say? That's vertical to my face. I might show you with this next curl just the difference between the faster and the slower speed. So I'll do this one on the slower, just so you can just gauge it a little. I would recommend definitely starting off on the slower. So see, it's just the switch here on the side. Just switch it down. Clip it in. Now you see how much slower that is? So that's so you don't go whizzing up too high, you're familiar with it, you get the feel of it. And I guarantee you'll only need to do that a couple of times till you are comfortable with using it on the faster speed. That's a great one, isn't it? So I'm going to put it back onto the faster speed now. Let's clip it up. And around. I feel like I just want to go out tonight just because like I've done my hair and it looks so pretty. What's that saying? All dressed up with nowhere to go. Sitting here with my little dog. My husband's at work. All glamorous on my own. We can do that sometimes though, can't we? Because it just makes us feel good about ourselves, and why shouldn't we? We deserve it. Last one, again on this side, pop it in, away, and I just go up to just the eye line, just because I like it to just start about there. Okay, there's that last one. So now I need to let it cool, because the cooler it is, the longer it'll stay once you tussle your fingers through. I'm just going to show you one more thing, as I showed you to lift that bit at the front there. You can also do it to get a little bit of a root lift. So now that this side's cool, I'm just going to just section off this little bit just towards the top along my part line. So just there along the part line, with the machine still hot, I'm just going to put that in and just hold it over. Again, don't go too close to your scalp because it is very hot. It's the ceramic wrapped barrel. I find it doesn't dry my hair, it doesn't break off, it doesn't get brittle. I won't be on any of those YouTube videos where the silly girl burns off her hair, because I just can't imagine that ever happening with this. It's such a fabulous tool. See, now I just let it go, and see how it's just given me that little bit of a root lift? So that'll just go down a bit once it cools a bit, but it's just given me that little bit of a root lift, and then I'll do it on this side as well, just to get a bit of height. So I hold that while I'm doing it. I pull down, I put the pressure on the hair. So the pressure is over the barrel, making sure I don't burn my scalp. Because remember, we're working with 200 degrees here. And there you go. So now I'm going to turn it off, which is just as easy as turning it on. Let's push that. There you go. It's also got a safety feature in it, and I believe it's 30 minutes. So if you leave it on for 30 minutes and, you know, maybe you take a telephone call or you just go out and you forget, it automatically shuts itself off after 30 minutes. So that's a little bit of peace of mind, isn't it? For, you know, so you don't burn down the house or anything like that. Right, so now I'm just going to let it cool. I like to wait till it's really cool. And then what I do to get the beachy wave, I just run my fingers through it. Okay, that's it. I'm just going to use the brush on just that top bit, just to settle that down a bit. So just run the fingers through it, both sides. No spray. I don't do spray on this one. I just love it. There you go, and there's the beachy wave. Turn around and show you from the back. Hopefully you can see that. Now you can see I've used the larger of the 3 current sizes available in the Beachwaver, and this one's given me a really soft, beautiful, relaxed curl. So I feel like a comfortable go for lunch or out with the girls or just hanging around. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'm doing another one with the other 2 sizes to show you the 3 different current sizes of the Beachwaver and the different size curls that you can get.